Hey, it's Ben Trigo from Elephant Herd Consulting. I help brand founders increase their wealth through better finance. One of the things that I've been fortunate to do is work with a lot of different founders. But even with that experience, I've always found it useful to read what other people are doing, listen to podcasts, and read their posts. The downside is that there's a lot of information to go through. You got to wade through a lot of content to find the gems. So what I thought I'd do is something new here is I go through stuff and I find things that I think is worth sharing. I'm going to record these quick little videos, tell you why I like them, what I liked about them, and to sort of help you avoid making your time more useful. So I am going to start with the finance operators. I think this is a terrific podcast. The information density here is incredible. So I don't know how these guys are going to keep it up, but we should all benefit in the meantime. One of the things I also like about Drew and Maytab is that they're real no-nonsense. Got a good laugh at minute 14. Drew calls out multi-touch attribution. I spent 9 years in ad tech at Nanigans, flying around the world, going to Facebook offices. I lost count of how many times I've talked with them. And I just think that the idea of attribution from somebody that doesn't want to tell you the truth is hard. The deepest value I found in this episode or this podcast was when Maytab went through 9 ways to lower your COGS. I mean, these are just super practical tips that you can use immediately. I think it's worth listening to the full episode, but really pay attention at minute 24. I think you're going to come away with a lot of value. The next podcast that I'm going to highlight here is Taylor Holiday at Common Thread Collective. They call this episode The Liquidity Crisis Facing 8-Figure Brands. This is part of the Sharpen Your Skills segments. I think these are really fun. I love watching Taylor draw these things out on paper. I think that's really clever. This episode, I think, is really about the importance of organic cash generation and its ability to impact growth in a capital or credit constrained world. So, how important it is for organic cash generation to your ability to grow. The first part, he breaks down, how to get to free cash flow. There's a little bit of fuzziness in the math. Depreciation isn't a cash event. You don't take that out of EBITDA to get to free cash flow. But that aside, I think it's a really useful way to step you down the P&L to show you how to get to free cash flow. There's a clever way that he translates CCC, cash conversion cycle, into net sales as a percentage of net sales. I think that was helpful. And then the rest of the episode is around things you can do about it. So how do you increase products to drive more growth, and then how do you lean on your suppliers to get financing? So both of these pods I think is worth listening to in full. I'll put links in and let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you're a founder looking to improve your business, reach out.